are we making today?
We're making some applesauce, some baby applesauce, some mommy applesauce. We're gonna use 6 apples. Usually I would use 5 apples, but these are on the smaller size. If you have the medium one, then use 5 apples. I have 3 sticks of cinnamon sticks here, and I have 8 ounces of strawberry that I cut into pieces. I was gonna do something different with it, but then I decided, you know, I'm gonna make some apple strawberry sauce. And we're gonna use 4 cups of water. So I'm going to start by measuring out my 4 cups of water and putting that into my pot or my pan. Well, my pot or my saucepan, because I'm using my saucepan. And then you just go down to eye level, you know, when you're measuring liquids. So that's 2 cups. Now I'm putting it in. And I need 2 more cups. 2 more cups of water. There you go. Put my 2 cups of water in there. And you're going to have to peel your apples. So I peel them with the regular potato peeler or any peeler that you have. So this is what I do. I peel off the skin of all my apples, which isn't very hard to do. It's like 1, 2, 3, and you're done. So now all that I do is I just cut them however, you know, cut them like that. I don't get the middle. I just cut it off. Ooh, my apple's running away from me, man. It don't want to go in the pot. But you're gonna go in. Yeah, I just cut off the apple. I leave the seed. I don't want the seed. I don't need the core in there either. So I just cut off those. And I do that for each one. Now, usually you add a sweetener, but since we're trying to reduce the amount of sugar intake that we have, I don't add any. Oh, this one in the middle is bad. I should probably get another apple. Okay. I'll replace the apple with that one. The middle wasn't too good. But anyways, so we're trying to reduce the amount of sugar intake when it comes to our son. So we don't add any sugar to this, but if you want, you could add a bit of honey or a bit of maple syrup. However, if you add maple syrup, it kind of gives it a maple syrup taste to me that I don't really like it.
You don't need to add sugar anyway. It's a fruit, so there's already sugar in it.
So this is what I do. I just cut them into smaller pieces. I don't want that seed. And if you're not comfortable cutting it in your hand like this, please do use a cutting board, or there's an apple cutter. I can't find one right now, so this will do.
Can you use a French fry cutter?
French fry cutter?
The thing that chops the potatoes into French fries. The same thing.
An apple? Damn, the apple just ran away from me. So the apple cutter, it has a hole in the middle here, and then it goes into like different, you'd say like sections.
Mm-hmm.
And it makes you like take out the core or the seeds of the apple.
And if I don't have that and I have a French fry thing.
If you don't have that, just use a knife like I'm doing here. Cut your apple in half, then cut it in quarters.
I ain't doing all that. I'm using the French fry cutter.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm gonna pick out the seeds and the core and all that.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Okay. See, messing with you. I want a seed fell in my cup. Okay. I don't have any more space in my cup, so I'm gonna put that in there one time. And I gotta remember to get another apple for the apple, to replace the apple that wasn't too good inside. So this is our replacement apple, and I'm just gonna quickly peel it. Always gotta have a nice peeler. And peelers they be making these days, though, they be falling apart very quickly.
And we use peelers. They're disposable peelers.
I like applesauce a lot because, you know, I could quickly add that into some pancake. I could mix my applesauce with a little bit of plain yogurt for my son and he'll be good. Or I could have it on my pancake. You do a lot of things with it. So I'm going to add that in there. Make sure I get all of that in. I'm going to add my strawberries. Get all my strawberries in. And my 3 cinnamons. I'm just gonna push those in so it covers, so it's in the water actually. And then I'm going to turn on the stove on medium high, and I'm just going to cover it, and I'm gonna leave it there for 20 minutes. Okay, so 20 minutes have passed, so I'm turning it off, and I'm going to remove. Is it hot?
Oh.
Let me. Okay, don't do what I did just now. It is hot, so you know, get your mittens. Take off the cover, and it's all nice and bubbling. The watercolor has changed. It now has a reddish color. Reddish. Yeah, it is a reddish color. So now I just take out that and I use a draining spoon. Take this out and I put it into my blender cup. You don't want to put the cinnamon in your blender cup though. No cinnamon in the blender cup. Just the strawberries and the apple. Bring back the cinnamon. Bring back the cinnamon. If you like, you could put it for less time. Put it for like 15 minutes if you like. I do it for 20 minutes because I want it to be soft and have a softer texture than for it to be like really thick. Because I like to mix it with like other things, use it in different ways. So I like it to be more soft. And what I do is I cover it, but I open the top up here so that the heat can release. And then a little. And that's it. It doesn't take long. And then I uncover it. And I let it cool down before I put it into my containers. I let it cool for like 10 or so minutes. See? It's all blended. Let me get the spoon. See? It's all nice and blended. It's thick. This is how I like it.
Are you doing anything with this?
Yeah, I do something with that. So this right here, it's like a tea. It's the taste of it. It tastes like strawberry. It tastes like cinnamon. It tastes like apple. It tastes like strawberries. It tastes like cinnamon. It only has like a hint cinnamon taste though. And what I would do is I would strain it and drink it warm like that, or I would let it cool in the pot or in a jar or in a container and put it in the fridge, and my son will have it as juice for his next meal. So it could be either me or him drinking it, because all I did was boil fruits. I'm going to use a strainer. This one might be a bit too big. Let me use a smaller one. I'm going to use a strainer and I'm going to strain my juice that I've decided I will end up making some gummies for our son instead of me drinking it as a juice or him drinking it as a juice. So that's for later, another project for later, you know. If you want to see how you turn it into gummy bears, you know, there's a video coming. So I'm just gonna put that aside for now. Have that there. Well, I'll put it back here. Or back here actually. So I have these. I have two of them. I seem to have misplaced one of them, or my mom has it. And I'm going to put the strawberry applesauce in there. And then I also have these containers that I like to use. They're quick and easy for me to just grab it from the refrigerator and take it with us while we're on the go so he can have a snack. They're the 4 ounces cup. They're multi-purpose portion cups. So I like to put them in there. So. And this one, if you put it halfway, if you put halfway of applesauce and then you add yogurt to it, you just made a yogurt pouch. So I just pour it in. You know, you can still see that it's hot, well warm. I leave them in here so that they can cool off before I put them in the refrigerator. And whenever my son wants a snack, this is an easy go-to snack for him. And sometimes he wants to take it with you, or he wants to share it with his granny. We let him do that too. You know? Man, it looks like this one is only gonna make, what, 7? You gotta shake the rest out, man. We want all of that.
Mm-hmm. Got most of it out.
Yeah. And if you don't want to put it directly in your pouch, then you could just, you know, put it in here, and then you take it from here and put it in your pouch when you're ready to use it, and do it that way. You don't have to put it directly in the pouch. But you know, I like to have one already ready in case, you know, I want to give him something different. So I'm not going to put on the covers yet. I'm just going to let them finish cooling down like that. And that's our strawberry apple sauce for you. If you like our content, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you. See you next time.